And welcome to the Garden Report after a wacky and wild Game 2 with the Celtics finishing as the victors, 129-119 over the Washington Wizards. He is Josue Pavone. I am Jimmy Toscano, and I also need a cold shower after this game and this performance by Isaiah Thomas. A historical performance, I might add. 53 points, 20 points in the fourth quarter,
Crazy.
9 points in overtime. Stop me if you've heard this before. This guy is up to his old tricks that he's been up to all season. I don't know why I'm surprised anymore, because I'm continuously surprised, and that tells me that I should stop being surprised.
You know what it is? It's the stage, Jimmy. That's why.
That is really what it is.
John Wall, and especially because after the first, the first half, it felt like John Wall was going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Because not
first
only
quarter
was he
too.
pouring it in, but he had a double-double by, the third quarter. He was really, setting up his guys, made it look like the Washington Wizards were going to run away with this one when they grabbed a significant lead. And then the fourth quarter comes around, and out comes IT. Incredible, man. I mean, what more can you say about this man?
You really can't say anything more than what we've already said a million times, but it's worth repeating. This guy comes out every game just when you think the odds are stacked against him too much than they ever have been. He comes out there and he defies them, just like he's been doing, whether it was AAU, high school, college. This guy's been written off his entire career. He was his last pick in the NBA draft. Danny Ainge, you got to give Danny Ainge credit because he saw something that not a lot of people saw, and Brad Stevens is just the same way. These guys saw something in Isaiah. They traded for him. They've been working with him since. He's become a better player each and every game, each and every season, and now he is he a superstar? Do you have to call him a superstar after a game like tonight?
It's not even a question anymore. And it's funny you say that because the last time we were asking that question on the Garden Report, or at least for me, was when he scored 52 points in the regular season. And, of course, the naysayers said, oh, it's a fluke. It was against the Miami Heat. It wasn't a significant game. Well, you can't say that this time around. And you know what Danny needs to do? Give the guy a max deal.
Lock him up. Okay.
Lock him up.
Okay, so he's a max player.
Can we end that
Can we
debate?
end that? Okay, so he's a max player.
That's a new conversation.
Here's the thing. If you're the Celtics and you don't give him max money, somebody else will. So he's a max player, whether or not you want to pay him max money or somebody else will. There's a lot of people out there who still think he's a max player. A lot of people will still say, trade him or let him go. You can't build a team around him. It's becoming harder and harder to back up that argument with these performances that he's putting together every single night. Slow start for the Celtics again. Didn't cost him again, though. Yep. I read they're the only team in the shot clock era to go down 10 points in the first quarter and come back and win back-to-back games. So it goes to show you that these guys, they believe in themselves. When they go down early, they never consider themselves out. And I think a lot of that attitude has to reflect on the leadership, whether it's Isaiah, whether it's Avery Bradley, whether it's Jay Carter. These guys, they don't give up. And it was just another prime example of that tonight. Even late in the fourth quarter, they were down by a good amount of points. Isaiah Thomas goes down the court, hits that three-pointer, comes back on the other end, plays electric defense on John Wall, forces that miss.
For him, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Forces that three-point miss from John Wall, comes down the other end, finds Terry Rozier in the corner for the three-pointer to tie the game up. I believe it tied the game up at that time.
Yep.
And
that was huge. And you know what? I like that you brought up Terry Rozier because we can't forget about the fact that these guys, they believe in their bench guys. They're not afraid to give Terry Rozier that spot. I mean, Isaiah Thomas, for him to go inside, and he could have easily drawn a foul or found someone else down low. Maybe it would have been hard to find someone else down low, but most superstars, they're not going to give it out to someone that comes off the bench that wasn't even necessarily a rotation guy throughout the entire regular season. But that's how he feels about Terry Rozier. He trusts Terry Rozier to knock that down, and Rozier didn't let him down.
Trust is important, especially at this stage in the game. We're going to talk about a lot of those guys in the second video, a lot of the help that Isaiah had, because despite the fact that he dropped 53 points, he still needed some help from some key players tonight that showed up big in some certain spots in the game, especially late. We're going to get into that in the second video. We'll say really quick, another storyline to add to this performance from Isaiah. His late sister's birthday on the same day that he goes out there and drops 53 points. I just can't imagine being able to compartmentalize those things and then just throw in the teeth situation as well. He was in the dentist chair for 6 hours yesterday, missed practice. He said he was back at the dentist today to fix a couple of things that weren't feeling right. So, I mean, it just really goes to show historic performance, second highest playoff scoring performance in Celtics history behind John Havlicek's 54. So, I mean, really, you can go on and on about this guy. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about the guys who helped him out. We're going to talk about a little preview, maybe looking into Game 3. What can the Celtics do to really put the foot on the Wizards' necks? Stick right there. Garden Report, Josue, Jimmy. I'm going to take a quick cold shower, and we'll be right back.